the singer who must unmask and head home tonight.
I want to see it.
Is Lips.
Oh,
Kids' first impression guest is Mariah Carey.
oh my gosh.
The luscious Allison Janney.
All right, that is way better than Mariah Carey. Now, Mr. Robin Thicke, your first impression guest was Sandra Bernhardt. Are you gonna stick with that?
Yes.
Jenny McCarthy, Wahlberg, your first impression guest, Wendy Williams.
For Wendy Williams as well. So how you doing?
Take it off. Take it off.
The Masked Singer is back, and one TV loudmouth was revealed as the Lips. But in this week's spooky episode of the Masked Singer Recap, we discuss Group C, our top 3 performances, and Kyle exposes a spooky character. Yes, you guys, it's Whatchamacallit, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm Mel.
And I'm Kyle.
And welcome to the Talent Recap Show. Now, this week, you guys, we have a spooky edition of the Masked Singer Recap featuring me and Kyle, of course, in our Halloween costumes. Kyle, what are you this week?
Just a red-blooded American.
And I'm just whatever is on the Masked Singer, thingamabob, thingamajig, Halloween-a-jig. That's what we're calling me this week. But it's so good to see you, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm surprised you can see me through that mask.
You know what?
To be honest.
I'm glad you said that because, you guys, I think it's time for me to take it off. So, Kyle, can you do me the pleasure, please?
Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off.
I really can't take it off. At first, I was trying to do the difficult thing. And Nick Cannon does. You know, when he does the whole thing, like it's hard, but no, I really can't take it off. It's like tied real tight. Okay. All right, Kyle, I'm finally free and I can see you guys. So let's get into this week's episode. Now, it was Group C. I'm finally excited to see Group C. You know, there's been a weird format this season, Kyle, and it's good to see that we're finally seeing the final group of the 3.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, they've definitely stretched it out more this season again. So we finally got to see the last group of new celebrities. And we had a pretty epic reveal that wasn't too surprising once you heard them sing, but it was really exciting to see who it was.
So let's get into it. Lips was none other than Wendy Williams. I mean, come on. If anybody just heard 3 seconds of that performance, you already knew it was Miss How You Doing on the stage. She did not try to hide it at all. We all know those legs and we all know that voice.
Yeah, she didn't mask her voice at all. And I mean, I'm not going to say she deserved to go home, but I'm not surprised that she went home. But actually, overall, I wasn't super impressed with Group C the way that it was with A and B. I feel like we had a lot more better performers in the first 2 groups than this one.
I will say, though, everyone besides Wendy Williams, I'm pretty unsure about who they are right now in the competition. Kyle, that's why we have you, who will be exposing yet another character later on in this episode, which I'm super excited about. You want to give us any hints as to who you're going to expose?
It's none of the Group C people, so don't get too excited.
Okay, so I'm sure it's somebody that we've been waiting for. But you know what? I think it's time for us to get into our top 3 performances of the week, kicking it off with number 3 being Squiggly Monster singing Have You Ever Seen the Rain? Kyle, how do you feel about this performance?
Yeah, I thought this was a good performance. Overall, like I said, I'm not super impressed with Group C. And so I think this was like on the stronger half of them. But I think it's really funny because instantly a lot of people online are guessing one person. And I'm kind of surprised by who it is, but also surprised because people are responding, didn't this person have COVID? Is this even possible? So I think this is a huge mystery with Squiggly Monster.
I think I know who you're talking about. And all I'm going to say is, even if they were to be on the show, I think they were kind of busy, I think they have other things they have to deal with. I feel like this performance was really good, and just I'm still really not sure of who it could be. I did like the song choice, and can we talk about the costumes this season again? Because Squiggly Monster, it's giving I don't know what's going on vibes, just like my costume today. I'm here for it. I'm just here for the theatrics.
Yeah, and it was weird how the other arms were moving during the performance too. It was all just very strange, but I think we've really leaned into the whatchamacallit, the thingamajigs, all that. And so this is just kind of another iteration of that, and Miss Monster and Monster. And they really try to get creative with these beasts that they're coming up with on the show.
Definitely. But I think it's time for us to get into our number 2 performance, which is Mushroom singing This Woman's Worth by Maxwell. First of all, this is an amazing song choice. Now, if you're a 90s baby, in the movie Love and Basketball, this was a major song in that movie, so I automatically flash back to that. And the voice, I loved it so much.
Yeah, I mean, the high notes were incredible. I think there was a little mystery around whether this is a male or female performer. To me personally, it sounded like someone singing falsetto, so probably a male voice. But they're very talented. I mean, this was a very interesting performance. I don't think we've ever seen anything like it on the show.
I was just going to say, I'm still stuck as to, I don't know if it's a woman or a man. All I know is they slayed whatever they identify as.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, and then we're going to get into our number 1 performance, which is Jellyfish singing Fergie's Big Girls Don't Cry. Yet another throwback that I miss so much. Kyle, how do you feel about this performance?
Yeah, I totally forgot about this song, and especially since Fergie butchered the national anthem. But I thought this was the best performance of the night. I would say probably by far. I thought that, Jellyfish is, from my perspective, so far the only one who has a chance to make it pretty far in this competition. I think everyone else will get overshadowed by the Group A and Group B people. But I love the Jellyfish costume. I love her vibe. And she started singing. I mean, she's very talented.
I will say that I feel like Jellyfish was definitely shy. You could hear it in her voice. So I'm like, I don't think that she's a singer. She's definitely not that's not her occupation as a singer. But she definitely has a voice that she's been hiding. So I can't wait to find out who she is or who she's
Yeah, and a lot of people online are guessing that it could be Paris Hilton or Paris Jackson. I also see a lot of guesses for China Anne McClain from The Descendants.
Now, we all know Paris Hilton was my first guest last season, and I'm going to tell you right now, it is not Paris Hilton. I would know that voice, and I'm going to stand firm in this statement right here. So no, I know.
Yeah, I've listened to Stars Are Blind enough times to know that it's probably not her.
Love her. But yes, that is definitely not Paris. All right, Kyle, I think it's everyone's favorite time of the episode. It's time for you to expose yet another Masked Singer character. Kyle, who will you be exposing?
This week, we are going to expose Whatchamacallit.
Whatchamacallit? Okay, this is someone that I've been trying to figure out who they are, and I honestly have no idea. I've seen a couple guesses online. Kyle, I'm waiting for your confirmation. Who is Whatchamacallit?
Yeah, in the comments, we got a ton of different guesses from athletes to actors to singers, but we are here to spill the tea. So, Whatchamacallit is Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo Ball. Okay, first of all, I actually know who Lonzo Ball is. He is a basketball player.
Impressed.
Yes. And his name has been all over the comments. So please let us know why it is Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, so let's go through all the clues. First of all, at the beginning of the first clue package we saw for him, he high-fived for the Men in Black, and so that's kind of a reference to the starting 5 in basketball, right? We also saw him bouncing off a bunch of Jell-O, and he has a brother named Leangelo, which checks out. And then we saw a clock in the first clue package, which gave a lot of clues. We saw a number 2, which is his jersey number. We saw a 78, which is his rating in NBA 2K. We also saw a 4.0, which was his GPA in high school. We saw a pair of chinos, and he went to Chino Hills High School. And then we also saw a bear, which some people thought was a connection between Wiz Khalifa, because he had a song having to do with Sarah Palin. But actually, he was Lonzo Ball was a UCLA Bruin, and so that's the bear connection there. So a lot of clues just in that one clock. But then, in this last set of clues that we saw last week, he talked about his mom being in bad shape, and Lonzo Ball's mom suffered a stroke.
Your mom had suffered a stroke, and I just wanted to know if that was the case and how you're holding up.
I got no comment on that, man. It's a family thing.
Because we didn't know if she was going to live or die.
When I found that out, it kind of hit me kind of hard.
And so that, was very hard for him. Their family is very close. We also saw a bunch of dimes, which led people to think 50 cents. There were 5 dimes, but dime is the slang for assist in basketball, which is something that Lonzo Ball is known for. And then kind of the nail in the coffin here that really drove it home is we saw a few times. Once in the first clue package, we saw 3 like buzzing bees flying around. And then in the last clue package, we saw a music staff that had 3 B notes back to back. And so the BBB is for Big Baller Brand, which is, you know, the Ball family's clothing line. And so that was kind of what sealed the deal for me in thinking that this was Lonzo Ball.
Man, I didn't even know you was a rapper until you came back looking like that.
Don't step into the wrong life, because you might live a short life with a lot of long nights.
Once again, you gave us the perfect rundown. I don't know how people in the comments even debate with you, Kyle. You're always right. You are always right.
I know.
So let us know in the comments, you guys, if you agree with Kyle. Did he miss out on any clues? Let us know in the comments below. But also, if you disagree, hey, argue with yourself in the comments. No, I'm just kidding. We want to hear why you think that Kyle is wrong as well. But you know what? Speaking of comments, I think it's time for our comment of the week. So every week we choose one of your comments from a previous video and shout you out, love and or hate, because we love you guys. This week's comment comes from Amanda Clark, who says, during the orange trees, the crocodile is shown standing on a stump. In a book his mom wrote back in the day, she described her earliest memory of hearing him sing as he was standing on a tree stump in the yard singing Bridge Over Troubled Water. Everything points to Nick. First of all, thank you, Amanda Clark, for your comment. And this is in regards to last week where we asked if you guys had any further clues relating to Kyle's previous reveal, which was Nick Carter. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, that's something that I learned after we taped the show. It's something that I did see online as well. And so, you know, we always welcome more clues that you guys are seeing about these people. If you haven't watched our reveal of the crocodile as Nick Carter yet, go back and watch that video. And then let us know what other clues you saw for Whatchamacallit. Is there anything we missed? I mean, let us know in the comments below.
Let us know in the comments below. Also, what celebrity, I should say, what character do you want to expose on next week's episode? I know you guys have a lot of people that you're fiending to know who they are. You have to drop your suggestions in the comment below, and Kyle, maybe choose the one that you want to be revealed. All right, Kyle, I think we've run out of time. My costume is falling apart. Let everybody know where they can find you on social.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little cold in this sleeveless shirt, but you guys can find me at KMontPleasure on Instagram and Twitter.
And then you could find me at _MELBAE, but make sure you're following Talent Recap on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And I think it's time for us to say, and that's our Talent Recap.
Hey, what are you doing tonight? Well, I think you should hit that subscribe button down below, and then we can talk.